I grew up knowing of the Lord. I was raised in a Christian household. I knew I had salvation through Christ, but I didn't know Jesus' heart. I didn't know the reality of his love for me or my identity in him. All of these unknowns in my life led me to a routine of striving, perfectionism, and people-pleasing. I was constantly trying to fill that void in my heart where Jesus was supposed to be. I told everyone around me that I was a Christian, but I was living in constant sin. Sexual immorality ruled my life. It broke me down, it stole my worth, it robbed my joy, but worst of all, it told me that Jesus, the one man who loves unconditionally, couldn't possibly love me. That instead of being the one he leaves the 99 for, I was the one he would leave behind because I wasn't worth it anymore. But then I saw the Lord. I had a Damascus Road experience. My eyes were opened and my heart turned from stone to flesh. I let Jesus into my brokenness, and like a surgeon, he ever so carefully put my pieces back together. I let him hold me while I healed. I found freedom from habitual sin and a grace that surpasses all understanding. My identity is no longer found in my mistakes, but in the one who created me with love, worth, and purpose. So I know Pastor Rob gave us some statistics earlier. I have a few more just to kind of give everybody a better idea of what sexual sin really looks like in young adults. At age 11, the average child has already been exposed to explicit pornography through the internet, 93% of that being boys and 63% of girls by the age of 11. And I'm pretty sure we're all 11 or older in here, so just think about that for a second. 70% of young adults define porn by its function, but not by its form, which means 70% of young adults believe if they're not being aroused, it's not porn. As Christians, we know this is simply not true. Porn comes in a lot of different formats. It's on our TV shows, it's in our movies, it's on our social media platforms. This is a huge issue because as Christians, we know our eyes are a gateway to our hearts. Matthew 6:22 says, "The eye is the lamp. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light." So then if our eyes are not healthy, our whole body will be full of darkness. I've noticed that when I'm walking in purity and filtering what my eyes are seeing overall, I'm happier, I'm more alert to the attacks of the enemy, I'm more joyful, and I'm a brighter light to those around me. When I'm filtering what my eyes are seeing, I'm not weighed down by the shame, the guilt, and the lies of the enemy. I simply have more freedom. So if we're filtering what our eyes are seeing, we're filtering what is coming into our hearts. 96% of young adults are either encouraging, accepting, or neutral in their view toward pornography. Only 1 in 20 young adults consider porn a bad thing. This is not only due to early exposure, but parental negligence as well. This 96% isn't just talking about worldly young adults. Christians are a part of this too. I just want to address parents and future parents really quick. This statistic is devastating. We have to do better, not only as Christians and as the church, but as parents who are raising up the next generation of apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, and teachers. If we simply allow the discomfort of this topic to stop us from educating our youth on masturbation, pornography, premarital sex, and everything in between, we've already failed them and have given the enemy victory in this area. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm uncomfortable. This is an uncomfortable topic. But if I had somebody at your guys' age speaking to me about this, I think my life probably would have looked a little bit different. I probably could have had freedom a little bit sooner. So that's why I'm speaking here, to maybe help you guys get to the road to freedom sooner. I'm going to continue to touch on some stats as they relate to my testimony and my experiences, but now that we have a general understanding of what sexual sin looks like in young adults today, I'm going to break down how the enemy came into my life and stole my purity.